Alright, hello, this is Andrew Bonkai 922, or Bonkai 922. This is going to be my last review for a while. I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let the whole story get some more, girth, more involved. And see, I just need to find out what's going on here. Now, I reviewed 424. I'm reviewing 425. After this one, I'm probably going to wait at least 3 or 4 more chapters before I can do another review. Now, you people wrote a few things about what you thought and such. One guy wrote, how come I don't review episodes of Bleach? But, at this point, I can say only this. Now, in this chapter, okay, we get an idea of what Orihime looked like. No matter how many times I've seen an episode of Bleach or a manga chapter, anytime Orihime is on the screen, it's like, what the fuck? She's just so ridiculous. But she's, in my opinion, there's that part in the chapter where these guys are contemplating, Orihime, she looks like an idol and stuff. So it takes you back. It's like, wow, he's being referred to as an idol and stuff. So that's pretty interesting. I'm making this statement right now, and I mean this. Regardless what occurs in the next 3, 4, 5 chapters, I'm not leaving the show. I'm not abandoning it. I've been a fan of anime for about over 10 years. Started watching it in '98. Toonami, Adult Swim, all the business. I'm not leaving this show. I don't care what anyone says. And by the way, I'm stating it right now. There are several reasons why I will not leave this show. Why I will not abandon the manga. Why I won't just throw it out away. Oh, Bleach. Just throw it away. Here are the reasons. Number 1, I have too much respect for Ichigo as a character. I just have too much respect for him. And I think that the fights he's had in the past, God knows how long in the show, have been phenomenal. And I really mean this, because you look at that Ukiura fight, that was crazy. And you look at the fight with Aizen, that was crazy too. So that is one. That's number 1. The reason I am not abandoning the show. I'm not leaving it. I'm going to stick with it. Number 2, I know these people are going to say, that's not a reason. Well, it is to me. The second reason I'm sticking with this show, it was really one of the reasons why I watched it in the beginning. Orihime. You think I'm crazy, but really think about this. Take a look at the chapter, and look at the scene where she comes out and she says, Kurosaki-kun, and all the business. You gotta love that. If Taiga Kubo is being slandered for what he's done to this story, okay. But you know what he hasn't been slandered for? His characters. He's made Orihime constant, which is good. Hey, at least she's not like Sakura. Think about that. Yeah, I'm talking to Naruto fans. Listen, Sakura, she's a bitch. It's time to kill her off. Kishimoto. But I digress. But this chapter was very interesting because of 2 things. One, you got to see Orihime. See what her story was. Ichigo was like, he was like trying to join clubs and such. But in the beginning of the chapter, he's been having these dreams of Rukia and Renji and Soul Society. That I found interesting. And he had a conversation with his father, so that's even more interesting. Now, during the chapter, towards the end of the chapter, Ichigo gets called out by these guys. They want to beat him up because in the previous chapter he beat up this guy who was stealing something from this other guy. So Uryu shows up, waiting to kick their ass, and then Ichigo, like, runs to him, says, "Oh, no, don't do it! Oh, this guy's gonna make a mess." And then at the very last scene, you see a figure's leg or foot in the background. So that's what happened in the chapter, basically. Now, like I said before, I just can't see myself throwing the show out the window. I'm sorry. But those are two reasons. Orihime and Ichigo, his battles. There is a third reason. It's just a great show. Top to bottom. And you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I take this over Naruto. I mean, Naruto's it got really crazy in the manga. But this show, I've been watching for the past, 5 years. I'm not leaving this show. I'm not. I'm staying with this show. So all these people who don't like Taikubo, who don't like how this story is going, I understand that. But let me tell you something. Do you want to continue to see fights? Just think of it this way. Just think about it. Really clear. Sure, he fucked up the story. Sure, he put himself in a fucking deep, deep hole by actually trapping himself in his own show. But think of it this way. Just think about what it's gonna look like when Ichigo fights Aizen animated. The one they just had shown. And think of it this way. You know Aizen is the villain. So Ichigo's gonna fight him. So I look forward to it. I do. I look forward to Orihime. And I'm stating this right now. She's the most perfect female character as far as attractiveness is concerned I've seen in a long while. And maybe it's because of the way her hair is, the color of her hair, the color of her eyes, the way her figure is shaped. But she's just all that in a bag of chips. I'm sorry. She is. But like I said before, I'm going to take about 3 or 4 weeks to examine this. My theory is 2 things. One, the guy who was the so-called shadow in this chapter at the end is going to train Ichigo to get his powers back. Or 2, his father is going to have some key indicator. But I don't think we're going to see that anytime soon. I mean, can only speculate. Show Ishin's past, Well, I'm gonna stick to this. And by the way, if anybody's seen that the new Bleach episode, creepy, very creepy. Go see the recent Bleach episode. That is creepy. All right, but this is Andrew, Bonkai 922. Tell me what you think, because I'm sticking with this show, even if it kills me. Alright, I'll see you guys later.